Alright, guys, this is the road to Gotham. This is Return.
Is Commissioner Gordon here yet?
Yes, sir. He's waiting for you down at patient handover. He got here just before you did.
Sharpie loves his cameras. Hey, Sharpie, you getting my good side? Ah, but heck, they're all good, aren't they?
I want him securely locked away this time. Another escape and I will lose support for my mayoral campaign.
Don't worry, Warden. I have every available guard stationed here today, sir.
I hope it's enough, Officer North. For your sake. Joker is our most challenging patient. Curing him will cement my reputation. Inform Dr. Young her patient is here.
Hey.
Look at all this new security. How's a guy supposed to break out of here?
New patient in the intensive treatment lobby. All non-essential staff to vacate the area.
Oh, it's always nice to return to my sweet little hacienda.
Good.
Scan initialized.
You know what? I prefer the good old cavity search. Much more personal.
Got a red light. Multiple prohibited items.
I want Joker searched again.
It's not the patient. It's
Ooh, would you sneak in with your bats? Come on, tell me. Batarangs, bat claws, ooh, bat smacks.
scan is green on Joker.
Open the gate. Get him out of there.
I want weapons on him at all times. Do not let him out of your sight.
There'll be time enough for you later, Cash. Speaking of time, tick-tock. Is that a crocodile I hear? What's up, Doc? Pencil me in for tomorrow at 4. We've got a lot of catching up to do.
Keep behind me. Hello, new patient. This is Quincy Shaw, Warden of Arkham Asylum.
Ooh, it's my favorite show. I'm Warden Idiot. You'll never escape.
Evaluation and Rehabilitation Center for the criminally insane.
Hey, it's dope.
Situated
Go,
on the
Hear about Black Gate, boss? Shut up! Catch you soon, boss!
Shut it and
I'm
keep
telling you, the state of the wiring in these federal facilities is, well, it's shocking. My boys over there could have been hurt in that unfortunate fire.
Just gotta check your prisoner, Officer Bowles.
Whatever, just be quick.
Only following procedure. Well, patient seems to be in satisfactory condition. Looks like he suffered minor lacerations, probably in the last 2 hours. There seems to be...
Need to take my temperature? I'd be happy to drop my pants.
He's all yours. Get him out of here. He's good. Get the door open.
Alert in intensive treatment. Category 9 patient in transit. Pacification system active. Shoot to kill permissions granted.
You heard the lady. We got another cycle on the way.
Can you smell the excitement in the air? No? Must have been one of the guards then. Crocko boy! Is that you?
Get ready. Keep your weapons trained on it at all times. What's it doing?
I've got your scent, Batman. I will hunt you down. A toy collar won't stop me from killing you, Batman. I'll rip you apart, eat your bones.
That reminds me, I really need to get me some new
Okay, move up.
How come they let Batman pass?
Whee! Great night for a party!
Not where you're going.
The night is young, Bats. I still have a trick or two up my sleeve. I mean, don't you think it's a little bit funny how a fire at Blackgate caused hundreds of my crew to be moved here?
I thought I told you to stay quiet.
Oh, Frankie, you really should learn to keep that fat mouth of yours shut. It'll get you into trouble.
Tell me something. You've never let me catch you this easily. What are you really after?
Well, nothing much. Hundreds dying in pain and fear. All their meaningless lives brought to a horrifying conclusion. All thanks to you and a book of matches. Was that the answer you wanted?
All patients should avoid contact with prisoners from the Blackgate prison facility.
What's he doing? Stay where you are. Get a flashlight. Get a light on him.
What? Don't you trust me?
Our guest has arrived.
Intensive treatment. Lower floors are now at level red alpha.
So, you're back. You killed 3 of my crew and you busted out of here.
Only 3? I'll be sure to try harder next time. What say we aim for 100?
Long night, Jim.
Joker invades City Hall and holds the mayor hostage, leaving it to me to juggle SWAT teams, the media, and you. Yeah, it's been a hell of a night.
Hopefully the last one we'll ever have with him.
Yeah, right.
Hold it there. Sorry, Batman. Arkham staff only.
I assure you, if anyone's qualified, it's...
Listen, I appreciate the assistance, but he'll unsettle the more violent inmates.
I think he's talking about you, Bats. Don't be a stranger. You're all... Gotta say, it's good to be back.
Joker escapes in 20 seconds.
Without a fight. I don't like it.
At least he's back where he belongs.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Joker's loose. Alert the warden.
The joke's on you. Honey, I'm home.
Come on in.
Welcome to the madhouse, Batman! I set a trap, and you sprang it gloriously! Now let's get this party started.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know the regular
I'll find a way out. Gordon, try and contact the warden. Let him know what's happened. I'll be back.
Don't make promises you can't keep, badass. I control the asylum. You're not going anywhere I don't want you to. Understand?
If you think I'll let you run...
Always with the heroes! Looking forward to watching you work. Why don't you just try?
All right.
You know it's a trap.
Of course it is.
Everywhere that madman goes, death is sure to follow.
All patients should be medication at prescribed times each and every day.
Warning. Security breach in level B. Warning. Security breach in level B2. Warning. Security breach in level B2. Warning. Security breach in level B1. Warning. Security breach in level B6.
Hey, Batman! Over here!
B4. Warning. Security
Oracle, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's up?
Joker's escaped custody. He's running free in Arkham.
Do you need anything? Is my dad still there?
Commissioner Gordon is safe. Joker's not far ahead. I'll stay in contact.
Security breach in level B1.
Release him! Think about what you're doing, Zaz!
Keep away, or this little piggy flies.
Stop! He's done nothing to you! Let him go!
Zaz has got my buddy. He's gonna fry him. Do something, please.
Keep him occupied. I need to get behind him. I've got to get close enough to Zaz to strike.
He'll see me coming on the ground, so I'll... These old gargoyles should be able to support my weight if I grapple up to them. Zaz is down, but not for long. Got to get close.
Someone put this animal back in his cell.
Can you hear me? Oh, hiya, B-Man. Harley Quinn here. How do you like my new uniform? Pretty hot, huh? Oh, I got something to show you. 1 second, B-Man. I'm now subbing for the old man. Old Shark has never been happy. In case you ain't figured it out, today is the Joker's big homecoming, and you're the guest of honor.
You have one chance to surrender, Quinn.
Tempting, bad, but no dice. Now the inmates are running the asylum. Well, technically the Joker's crew shipped in from Blackgate, but you get the idea. Bye-bye for now.
Batman.
Oracle, I'm here.
Arkham Asylum just vanished off the network.
He's in control of the security system. He's probably isolated it from the grid.
That's not all he's done. All police beats are reporting he's placed bombs all over Gotham. Says he'll detonate them if anyone sets foot on Arkham Island. It's being suppressed at the moment, but the story will break any time now.
He's lying. It's just a diversion to keep people away.
How do you know?
I know him.
Try the radio. Control should be able to shut down the gate.
Harley thinks she has me trapped in this chamber. She never was very bright.
Batman, I'm patching you into the guard radio feed.
Steve, more Blackgate prisoners. By the boiler. Who's that behind them? Oh my god, it's the Joker. He's free! How'd he break out?
Sorry, speed's down. Comms are up and down like crazy. It's not good. I'll keep trying.
Warning, decontamination. Area sealed.
What is that stuff?
Joker toxin. Listen, the room is full of poison gas. Anyone caught in there is dead.
Are you gonna get in there and help them, Batman?
Yeah, looks like they're looking at the internet.
This isn't a simple escape attempt. Joker's been planning this.
Help me!
You're gonna be fine. Stay here.
Hold on a little longer, Steve. I can't! I'm gonna fall!
I'm going after the animal who did this.
Batman! The extraction system! Steve is control panel at the end of the room!
You left me here. That son.
Attention. Air purity is now at normal level.
There's no escape, Joker. I will find you.
Ooh, I'm counting on it. Just not yet. He's a big one.
They should have kept the slow motion effect in for Arkham City.
test subjects. Seeing as how I'm feeling generous, I'll give you this one for free. Knock me off, I dare you. End this. Pull the plug. Stop me once and for all. Well, I'd love to stay in the shop, but I have a party to organize. I've got gas flying in from all over Arkham. You'll see.
Batman, I'm over here.
Quick, get in here before more of them come. It came out of nowhere. I dragged Jerry in here, powered up the gate. Must have passed out.
Joker went through that door. What's on the other side?
We call it extreme isolation. Only way in is via the transport system.
Open!
Not a problem. I'll just need to call another cell. Okay. Something's wrong here. The main security loop is locked.
Having a little trouble up there?
Joker.
You're expecting maybe Two-Face?
There's no escape, Joker.
Silly Doc. I don't want to escape. I'm having way too much fun. I even have you here to give a smile on my face.
Not for long.
Really? We'll see. Ta-ta! Oh, I forgot to say. Just in case you were planning on following me, I've arranged a little insurance. Gordon is on his way to Harley as we speak.
Officer Bowles.
If I see you trying to follow me, he dies. Harley's looking forward to it. Maybe I'll film it and post it on the internet.
The transport system is down. Best I can do is open the door you came in. Sorry.
I should go back to the holding cells. Bowles wasn't too smart. He'll have left a trail.
Batman, what's happening?
Joker's escaped. He sealed himself off. He's got your father. Don't worry, I'm getting him back.
Okay, I know, but...
Oracle, I'm getting him back. Joker will not win. I won't let him. I'm starting where he was taken. A guard named Frank Bowles attacked him. If I find Frank, I'll find your father.
Bruce, hurry, please.
I bet you're wondering how I did it. Was it a clue of the great detective Oh, no way back. I got out of that bother a few years ago. He's got security code for an old man that's up to the ground.
Oracle, I'm at the holding cells. I'm setting up a crime scene.
So what's the plan? Isolate something in that room unique to Bowles?
Exactly. I can follow traces of alcohol from Frank's bourbon in the atmosphere. Oracle, I've got a trail.
That's great. You follow it. I'm grabbing every reference to Arkham I can find. Maybe useful later.
Transport to upper floors is now permitted to staff at correct security clearance. Security level is now in orange alpha.
Joker gets...
Be quiet.
What's going on?
B-Man, Mr. J doesn't want you following us just yet.
What the hell happened?
No way to come on us now. You're trapped down there till me and Mr. J are ready.
Gordon was taken up to the surface in the elevator. If I want to follow them, I'll need to do this the old-fashioned way.
I got something for you to listen to.
Hey, Frank, where you been? How many are there, Bowles? Hang on, how the hell do you know what to do? Bowles! Frank, what are you doing? No, put it down! Frank, help! Quinn! It's Quinn! Get your ass in here!
Some of those shows are canceled. The Flash got renewed for season 9. Technically, if you think about it, other shows that are in the Arrowverse that aren't on the CW are Doom Patrol, and Titans. And as we know, Titans is getting a season 4 and 5. Well, season 4 is being filmed now.
Joker was right. It's the back!
And if you want to get technical, technically the Arrowverse started with Smallville.
How's it going? Any sign of Dad?
Not yet, but I'm getting close. Harley Quinn tried to slow me down.
Smallville was technically like,
of course not,
the grandfather show to it, or the father show to it, or whatever. Because you got Smallville, then, you know, a few years later you got Arrow, then you got the Flash, so on and so forth. But Smallville had so many heroes that guest starred. They could have easily just done a spinoff of Smallville and have like Justin Hartley star in his own Green Arrow show. They could have had Kyle Geldner, who played Bart Allen, aka Impulse, on his own show. They could have had Elena Huffman, Dinah, Black Canary, do her own show. I mean, there was plenty of opportunity
Oracle. Joker's men have taken
for
control of the
them
cell block
to actually
transfer
do spin-offs for their characters.
Patched into a guard radio. It sounds like Joker's crew have got their hands on weapons.
I know. I'll calibrate the Cowl's vision mode to isolate armed henchmen. The direct approach is suicide. I need to be smart.
And technically, Wonder Woman, the old Wonder Woman series, is actually part of the,
Where'd he go? I don't know. Keep it coming. Okay, Batman, you better turn around. You're not coming this way. Hear me?
What are you doing? Getting angry?
I'm not scared.
because I have the graphic novel. Well, I had the graphic novel. The Arrow versus Crisis, the graphic novel that ties directly into the Arrowverse, into the Crisis crossover, and it featured some of the crossovers that we did not get to see. And it featured Linda Carter's Wonder Woman,
No problem, boss.
and a few others.
The Arkham chumps never stood a chance.
Good. Our friendly neighborhood road.
Other shows that are part of the Arrowverse are, well, as we know, the 1966 Batman, the Michael Keaton Batman, which that's going to be interesting to see how they do that for the Flash movie.
Arkham Asylum is now out to you. It's not what's going on. He's running around this asylum, dressed like a bat. I know! Crazy! Personally, I think that the solution is to put him out of his misery. It's the only reliable cure.
99 Earth 99 Batman was a killer.
The Batman wins the grand prize. I even tell him. Why bother? You're not surprised.
But it was our first time we actually got to see Kevin Conroy in live action form as Bruce Wayne, so no, anything's possible. You know, they could do the Flash, they could in the Arrowverse with a big bag and have them do like another Crisis event and have them bring back pretty much all the heroes and even have them do a different version this time of Kevin Conroy's Batman or Bruce Wayne, but have him not be a sadistic jerk.
Joker wants him found. Spread out. He could be anywhere. In your eyes. Now move.
Technically, there's still two more shows in the Arrowverse that's technically still active. It's The Flash and Superman and Lois, which... Oh, and another show that's also part of the Arrowverse, too, is Lucifer. There wasn't a live-action Batman Beyond series. They're doing a Gotham Knight series. But there was never a live-action Batman Beyond series. They're filming Gotham Knights right now. Misha Collins, who played Castiel on Supernatural, is playing Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face. The chick from Henry Danger and Danger Force is playing, I believe, Carrie Kelly, but don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. I said, no, actually, I can tell you real quick. Hang on.
How could you?
No, okay, not the chick from Henry Danger and Danger Force. It's the chick from Raven's Home. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta use the bathroom. And if you want to get technically, Ezra Miller's Flash is part of the Arrowverse because of that brief cameo, which basically connects the Arrowverse to pretty much the Snyderverse. That's not what I wanted.
Joker must have figured out how I was tracking Gordon. Officer Vol's trail stops here.
So yeah, Misha Collins as Harvey Dent, Navi Robinson as Carrie Kelly, Olivia Rose Keegan as Dula, Anna Lore as Stephanie Brown.
My genius has allowed me to easily hack into your primitive communications. My goal is simple. You complete a series of amusingly taxing challenges. Well, you'll see. Ready for your first one? Good. But be careful. Don't cut yourself on this sharply observed portrait.
Yeah.
Over here. I saw you through the room. There was a massacre. Bowles came walking in telling everyone to cover the front entrance. Said something about Joker's army coming through the main gate. 2 of my guys moved to the exit, and Frank shot him dead. They never stood a chance.
Was Bowles alone?
Thought he was. Then I saw Harley Quinn. She was surrounded by Black Gate prisoners. They were just killing everyone in the room. I had no choice. I got in here, locked the door. I could see it on the security feed. They had someone with them. It looked like the commissioner.
Bowles is dead. They carried on without him. Must have outlived his usefulness.
Good. He was scum.
We apologize for this interruption to our regular broadcast. Jack Ryder is live from the Gotham Bay Area with breaking news. This is...
Alright, guys, we're going to end part 1 here pretty soon. Superman and Lois I can see going for about 5 to 6 seasons. I know when they first announced that Superman was going to appear on Supergirl, a lot of Supergirl fans who were fans of Smallville were hoping that it was going to be Tom Welling. But, they ended up going with the guy from Teen Wolf, Tyler Hoechlin, which... Don't get me wrong, Tyler Hoechlin is a good Superman, but when it comes to TV Superman, I prefer Tom Welling. I mean, that's the Superman that I more or less grew up on was Tom Welling from Smallville because I watched Smallville when I was growing up. And that's the Superman, or that's a version of Superman that I related with, more than anything. I'm just waiting to see Chloe Sullivan show up on Superman and Lois. Because if you remember that episode of Supergirl, Kara mentions Clark's friend that has a wall of weird. Her name was Chloe Sullivan. She even mentions her by name. So Chloe is technically part of the... there is technically... Well, there's different... If you remember the multiverse, there's different versions of the character, so...
Disable the Batmobiles.
Even the... Yeah, since Chloe was played by Allison Mack on Smallville...
Harley Quinn probably triggered the
For
alarm.
Superman and Lois, they could easily,
He could get hurt.
you know, since Superman and Lois is now in Earth Prime, they could easily bring in a different actress to play her.
I've marked key locations like your car.
Thanks, Oracle.
I know, from what I saw from interviews with Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum, is that they are actually planning and writing a Smallville revival of Smallville season 3. Or not Smallville season 3, Smallville season 11. That is true. Smallville. I enjoyed Bart Allen on Smallville. And I really enjoyed Clark's journey as he went from, being a teen in high school, as his powers developed, to graduating, to trying to go to college, to dealing with everyday life, to basically forming a team, to basically eventually becoming Superman. Although I would love to have seen him become Superman way before season 10, but Tom had it in his contract, no flights, no tights. Yeah, that was my favorite episode. But, I mean, there's... Well, the suit that showed up, if you remember the episode where Martha, in season 9, where Martha gives Clark, a present, and in that box, it's a Superman suit. That's the Superman suit from Superman Returns. I mean,
Harley trashed the car. Looks like there was a scuffle. I need to search the area around the Batmobile. There could be a clue.
Well, did you know that when Brandon Routh came back as Superman for Crisis, he actually came back as what am I looking at? He came back as the Kingdom Come Superman, but his version of the Kingdom Come Superman was from the same Earth from Superman Returns.
Strange. This is Gordon's pipe. Barbara gave it to him. There's no way he'd leave it. Wild gum. Gordon's favorite tobacco. Gordon's smarter than he looks.
But as I was saying, there's a lot they could have done.
It has your father's initials carved on it.
It was a birthday gift I gave him last year. There's no way he'd leave it.
Exactly. He's left me a trail to follow. He's alive,
If you have Netflix, you can go onto Netflix and watch the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover events for the Arrowverse. That features the Birds of Prey Earth. That features the Smallville Earth, where Tom Welling, Erica Durant, and come back as their characters. Well, they've already shot the Flash.
The security doors are locked. I'm going to have to find another way around to get back on Gordon's trail.
Well, anyways, as I was saying, they're like, if you remember how they introduced Green Arrow, Black Canary, Cyborg, Bart, Supergirl, Hawkman, the entire JSA basically on Smallville. There was plenty of opportunity right there for them to do their own spin-off series for each character. I know there were plans early on. Yeah, I know. I like that as much as I like the Melissa Benoist Supergirl. I prefer the Smallville version.
Oh yes, attack of the stupid bungling idiots who can't find you even bigger idiot running around. Now get to it.
And I really enjoyed the Clark and Lex dynamic from, Lex being really suspicious of Clark from the beginning. For that moment in episode 1 where Clark saves Lex from, drowning in his Porsche. And, as the earlier seasons progressed, you could tell that Lex was so obsessed with it, with finding out, why Clark was able to save him, why he survived that wreck. And then finally, I forget what season it is, when Lex just, finally loses it or something, and him and Clark aren't friends anymore.
Search every room, every office, and every trash.
My favorite episode is when Well, I remember, I believe it's season 3. Yeah, it's season 3 of Smallville when Lex goes nuts or something like that. And Lex ends up seeing Clark use his full powers. To stop, I think, Morgan Edge, I believe, if I'm remembering the episode correctly.
Why does he need the doctors? I've got to save them.
Like I said, if I'm remembering that correctly, Lex goes a little. Lex has been a little cuckoo ever since he came back from that tropical island where he was marooned after he got married to that doctor lady. Right, and what really what the heck? I thought my game froze up for a minute. Oh, I am blanking on. I'm blanking on the doctor's name that he married in season 2. Because basically she didn't want to marry Lex, but if I'm remembering correctly, Lionel basically basically Lionel forced, her to marry him. That's like with Lana. Lana, if I remember correctly, Lana Lang didn't originally want to marry Lex, if I'm remembering that correctly. And Lionel, to protect Clark, said, to protect Clark, because at this point in time, Lionel knew that Clark was the Traveler. Anyways, my favorite episode comes from season 2, when after the big tornado,
wait to get out of here. This hospital scares the crap out of me.
when Pete finds, Clark's, ship in the field, and then Clark is basically forced to reveal to Pete, who he is. To me, TV-wise, Michael Rosenbaum is by far the best Lex Luthor. Don't get me wrong, John Cryer did okay, but
We got it under control.
right, and technically, both Chloe and if I remember correctly, they were under Chloe and Pete were under the influence of kryptonite, and Pete and at this point, Pete knew of Clark's weakness, and he basically more or less tricked Clark into wearing a red kryptonite ring. Man of Steel was the best. When it first came out, when they first announced that they were making Man of Steel, I honestly thought it was going to be like Superman 6 or whatever, you know, a sequel to Superman Returns, but I'm so glad, you know, that they rebooted it, you know.
What kind of psycho built this place? Don't look like no hospital I ever been in.
Okay. Well, do you remember that scene where Superman is in the, where he's basically in handcuffs, and he stands up and he breaks the cuffs, and basically all the guards watching, or all the military personnel watching, back away from the window, but the only person who doesn't back away is that one dude. It was revealed, you know, later on that he was Martian Manhunter. But the reason why he didn't flinch or move from the window when Soups broke the chain.
Joker wants you stopped. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, where'd you go? There you are. Man of Steel was a good movie. Batman v Superman was good too. The Zack Snyder version of Justice League was really good. I didn't really care all too much for Josh Whedon's version.
He's not that scary. He's nothing. Probably not even a man.
Alright. One there. One there. Don't see me, don't see me, don't see me.
Ain't hospital supposed to be clean? This place stinks.
I like that scene where Batman rescues Martha.
The room is clear. You're safe now.
It was. But I like that scene in Batman v Superman where Batman goes to rescue Martha, and he's like, "I'm a friend of your son," and she's like, "I figured." Uh-huh.
I don't know what happened. One minute we were doing our evening rounds, and the next, armed thugs burst into the room and took us hostage.
Did they have anyone with them?
They took someone into the elevator. I couldn't tell who it was.
They obviously didn't.
Well, did you know that... You know the Robin suit that's on display in the Batcave?
What about the others? We heard gunfire.
It was revealed by
Oh no, I forgot.
Zack Snyder, whose Robin suit that actually was.
And Dr. Young went to X-ray.
Okay, stay here. I'll find the other doctors.
I'm here, Mike.
It was revealed by...
We're gonna be okay.
No, that wasn't Jason Todd's... No, that wasn't Jason Todd's Robin suit. That was Dick Grayson's. basically, in this universe, Dick Grayson is dead.
Remember, a happy patient is a quiet patient.
Let me introduce you all.
Don't know. There was a behind-the-scenes photo
Dr. Penelope Young.
leaked
Since joining our team,
that featured a headstone that said Dick Grayson on it.
research into understanding the human mind.
Good afternoon, Arkham. Let's talk about the mind. How can such a complex entity be understood and eventually treated when it breaks? How indeed. Project Titan's goal is to create...
That's not done. Yeah, she can operate on me anytime.
I hear you.
Our goal is to cure them all.
I planned on going live around 8:30 when I got home from work, but my internet was all screwy because of the weather. And then finally, as I started playing Hitman 3, I noticed my Wi-Fi working, so I'm like, I'll go live.
Planned like a military operation. Friends on the inside and out.
I am quite aware that this job, as you call it, requires friends. What's going on? They were talking like they were in control. Is it true the Joker escaped?
Unfortunately, yes. But not for long.
I'd been studying Joker's case for months when he broke out. The warden was very specific he wanted Joker cured.
Bad publicity will affect his campaign for mayor.
That'll be the least of it. God, I almost forgot. They said they were moving through the facility, hunting down the other doctors.
Don't worry, Doctor. I rescued you first, and now I'll search the other rooms. You wait here. It's dangerous out there. There are still more medical staff that need my help.
Will all patients please remain...
We're already an hour 10 into this. We'll rescue the other two doctors and then we'll call it good for part 1.
Project Titan allows us to strengthen the individual's ability to cope with such changes. Early results were promising, but it was only after the arrival of Patient X that our expectations were raised. Patient X was the catalyst that led to a full-scale adoption of Titan. We must all for this opportunity.
We represent all medical specialties.
That means some of the... It's the back!
Surgical, diagnostic, and wellness programs. High quality care. Welcome to Arkham Asylum. Our staff are here to help you. When Arkham is built, find
Boss, it's done. The room is full of gas and Captain Hook is stuck in there. Thing is, he's here!
Cash, what happened?
There was an alarm that heard someone shouting outside. When I went to help, the room was flooded with gas. These doors locked down. Can't get out. Don't know how long we'll be. Joker fills the room with gas and we're trapped right here. I can sit in here all night, but the doctors, they ain't too good.
Okay, that's not what I wanted. throw a batarang. There we go.
I can't let that man die. I have to clear the room of toxin as quickly as possible.
I plan on streaming Gotham Knights when it comes out. My original plan was to stream it last year, since the game was meant to be released last year, and then they finally set a release date for October 25th of this year. So once they announce a pre-order date, I am pre-ordering the game.
Still medical staff needing my help.
Will all patients please remain calm and move slowly to their accommodation?
Why not? I don't keep the secret any longer. Two old friends coming to the party. One of us is terrified to the other
Okay, yeah, I'm going the right way.
When Amadeus Arkham built this fine institution, you would have believed it to be the premier psychiatric doctor.
Batman!
Don't speak. You're safe now.
But it's a trap.
I know. Just not for me.
It's true. You really are the world's greatest detective. How did you do that? Oh, what the hell? Get down there, boys. See if you can detect being punched in the face.
In my opinion, Mark Hamill is the best Joker.
Don't get too full of yourself, Bats. I'm just softening you up. Think of this as a preview to the main event. You'll see.
I'm sorry. I tried to tell you. I couldn't speak.
Relax, you're safe now. I can handle these low-life thugs.
Welcome to Arkham Asylum. Our staff are here to help you. Will all patients please remain calm and move slowly to their accommodation? Welcome to Arkham Asylum. Our staff are here to help you. When Amadeus Arkham built this fine institution, few would have believed it could be the premier psychiatric evaluation institute.
Did you find them? Are they okay?
Yes, they're safe now.
Batman, you got another problem.
I need to get back to the mansion. All my research notes are there. We can't risk Joker getting his hands on them.
It's not safe, Doctor. The island's a war zone. You won't stand a chance.
It's my life's work. You really don't have the authority.
Cree Summers.
It's about time for a little payback.
I don't like it, but Who called the elevator?
Wasn't us. It's coming from the lower floor.
You might recognize her voice from Rugrats. She played Susie.
Everyone else, go to the observation room. Barricade yourselves in.
Spread out.
Alright. What do we got? 3 dum-dums?
I hate hospitals. Always gives me the creeps.
Okay, 2 left.
Ain't hospital supposed to be clean? This place stinks.
And time for Scarecrow. I love the Arkham games. I can replay these games like over and over and over again. I enjoy Asylum, I enjoy City, although I think Arkham Knight could have been written a little bit better.
Got a few more surprises in store for you. Prepare to face your fears. All of them! It looks like the doctor has started. You're a bright isn't for hours. I'm sure you'll be about when he's ready. Tell me, Bats, what are you really scared of? Failing to save this cesspool of a city? Not finding the commissioner in time? Me in a farm?
Okay, Joker, you done so I can talk? Thank you. Alright, that's going to do it for part 1. Part 2 will most likely be tomorrow. Either tomorrow or Sunday. And then we may start Arkham City tomorrow as well. Alright guys, I am off to bed. I worked a good 9-hour shift today, so I'm beat.